Emergency, which service do you require?
Police.
Putting you through now. Police, what is your emergency?
P.S. David Budd using a member of the public's phone. I am status 0 on Saltmarsh Street.
Can you confirm your name, please?
Police Sergeant David Budd.
Units are on their way, P.S. Budd. Please return the phone to the member of the public.
What's going on?
Oh, how can I have stuffed up such a tense moment, particularly if you haven't seen it? Last night's finale of Bodyguard was the most watched BBC drama in 10 years. 11 million of us tuned in for the final episode of the series at its peak last night, so little wonder there's already talk of another one. But today's newspapers have mixed views, generally positive. A couple are having a go at the storyline for having several plot holes. I mean, I know you're probably sick of talking about it today, but we'd love to know what you thought. 85058. How realistic is the life of bodyguard David Budd, played by actor Richard Madden? Well, with us is Alex Bomberg from Intelligent Protection International, and that recruits and deploys hundreds of close protection officers around the world. Alex, thank you very much indeed for being with us. While you would not probably get the job of protecting a senior member of Parliament, you will have worked in situations very much like those that David Budd has found himself in. What did you make of it all? How realistic was it?
Well, it was good drama, and I think very, very good of the BBC to do this. I think it's a good subject to cover, but I'm not sure that they did the role justice, to be honest. Obviously, they had to throw a lot of stuff in there to make the plot interesting, but from a close protection point of view, there was so much wrong with it, actually. But I guess from a drama point of view, everything was right. You had explosions and assassinations and terrorism and love. You had all those things. So
yeah,
I guess from a drama point of view, very good, but from a professional point of view, not so good.
So given that you are that person, from a professional point of view, which bit had you shouting at the telly the most?
I think the thing that irritated me the most is the thought of a close protection officer from the Metropolitan Police having a relationship with his principal. It has happened before. It happened allegedly with Princess Diana. But in this day and age, these guys are so professional. We employ a few of them after they leave the police force. You wouldn't see that sort of behaviour. It just would not happen.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess, as you say, you've got to have the love interest, haven't you? You've got to have the love interest if it's gonna work, and that's what gave their relationship, I guess, the extra bit of depth. But I guess I get what you're saying in terms of like a lot of people saying the bit at the end. Have you seen it, by the way?
I have not seen the end.
Okay, let's not talk about it then.
10 minutes off the end.
You missed the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was too tired, so I haven't had time.
Oh, so you were gripped then?
I've been very busy, so I just flown back from Paris, so I didn't get to see the end. I did on the call.
Oh, I would love to tell you a complete fib now and have you, but anyway, no, I won't do it.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Alex, one thing occurred to me by watching, and this is just a general point really, he kind of goes rogue and starts looking for justice himself. How often is that a temptation? If someone someone wrongs a client of yours, but it kind of exceeds your original authority, is it often that a bodyguard will take it personally and perhaps start to look for, not revenge, but some kind of retribution?
In the circumstance that was shown, with it being the client who it was, it being a government case with a police bodyguard, I don't see that it would be his remit at all, and he would certainly not be doing what you saw there on screen. In the civilian world, in the corporate world, most bodyguards wouldn't lack the skill set really to be doing stuff like that, or probably have the time to do that. They'd be moving on to the next mission really.
Okay, well listen, it's good talking to you, Alex, and thanks very much for being with us on the programme. And will you go back? Will you watch it on iPlayer?
I will be watching the rest of it tonight, yeah.
Oh, good stuff. All right then. Well, we won't tell you what happens. She's not. No, I'm joking. Alex Bomberg from Intelligent Protection International, which recruits and deploys hundreds of close protection officers around the world. Michelle, were you happy or disappointed? We're not allowed to give any spoilers.
I absolutely loved it. And I was saying this morning, my poor husband, because he was sitting next to me and I sort of had my hand resting on his arm. And there's that really tense bit in the middle without giving anything away. And he turned to me and he went, Michelle, you're digging your nails in me like you did when you were in labour. And that's how tense I found it. So I thought it was brilliant. Great ending.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed it too. All the other, you weren't so impressed with it.
Well, it was all right. When
it was bad. then all right.
It was fine. The penultimate episode, I think red herrings were just being thrown in for the sake of it, and some of those herrings were left hanging last night. So
that's great though, because it means there'll be a series 2.
Yeah.
So too. He just thinks they're going to be stinky, don't you?
Okay.
Yeah, we shall see. I mean, I did enjoy it. I watched them all. I didn't fall asleep in the last 10 minutes like Alex. I managed to power on to the end.